We are back, God willing, to do this week's energy forecast into next week. If you hadn't noticed, yes, I have been off the radar for a little while because I have been dealing with my own healing crisis. Thank you to all of you who sent me well-wishing and support energy and love energy and healing energy. That felt really good for me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for your patience as I begin to get back on my feet again. And we begin to do a pretty spectacular summer. And I gotta tell you, I could not wait to start talking with you about June, like the energies, how powerful and cathartic and revolutionary and like power of the people kind of energy, right? So it was a big shock to me, a big surprise that end of last week, I just ran headlong into the brick wall of a healing crisis. And, 2020 hindsight, yeah, there's a reason for it. And there was a reason for the timing of it. I will be getting into that in another video. But what you need to know right now is that I've been very excited for June. Yeah, it might upset the apple cart, but I think it's going to upset the apple cart in a very good way, like energy motion in our favor. It feels like that. It looks like that. Now, the other thing is like, I've been out of the loop for about a week. So I literally came very unplugged from news, from energy cycles, from really the greater world, because I was so focused on taking care of myself and my pets and making sure that we got through what we needed to get through. And so I'm a little bit like swimming back through to find my spot and go, oh yeah, that right there and that right there. And oh, isn't that interesting? And so just bear with me as I find my footing again, but this also might work in our favor because I'm coming back fresh and I may be seeing things that I might not have seen or felt before. So let me flip this camera around and let's go ahead and get to it. We are beginning here a week of June the 2nd. I am recording this on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Let's pan up the calendar. This was last week, and I have not caught up the solar report or Schumann's. That's just a little bit too much for me to do right now. And then coming back into this week, and then heading into next week. I think the top news that I want to begin reporting to you is that we are back in timeline jumping in energy gateway territory. What did I tell you? June 1st hits, things are going to begin moving. We've got a 3-4 day cycle right here, and we've got a 2-day cycle that may even be more into next week. As I am recording this, we are feeling this. Last night, we had something that Spirit Team called a timeline confluence. And what I am working on right now with my physical health to get myself fully healthy again, I've been getting multiple different kinds of messages. And what I finally realized is, oh, this is that timeline confluence thing. And so I was actually getting messages about what I was going through from different timelines and different timelines outcomes because it was all mixing up together. And once I figured that, I was like, oh, now today, as I'm working this out and recording this, I could easily write the word. I'm going to write it down. There has been a wave of rupture energy move through. I've never felt anything like that before. So rupture energy. So we got timeline confluence, rupture. And then we've also got energy gateways. Well, this is DNA coding, recoding things as we make changes and we recode. The thing I want you to know is, at any given time, we're working with about 5 different layers of timelines. And these are in the upper layers, the 5, 4, 3 layers. Kind of surprised it's getting all the way down into 3. It's primarily in that 4th layer, which is still a pretty strong scripting layer. If you want to know what I mean by that or what I'm talking about that, go pull out my program, Timeline Discoveries, and it will talk about the current secondary timeline that we're on that started March 1st and then changes August 1st. So this is just to get you up to speed on the timelines that are going on. The other thing, I can't get off of this. The other thing that I want to show you, take a look at this. Folks, this is the difference that we're looking at. So these are a little bit out of sequence, but these are my May charts. No timeline jump. 1 day of a timeline jump and a partial hashtag timeline jump. And this was our last week of May. May, there were no timeline jumps. It was sluggish. Do you see now why we felt like we weren't moving anywhere? You want to see April? Let's take a look at April. April, we had a single day of a timeline jump, a single day of a timeline jump, a single day of a timeline jump, one single day of a timeline jump. And right at the top of April, so this is going backwards, right at the top of April, there was, wow, a double. Then if we look at March, see, look at that. Front end of March, we were clocking, like this is what we had been doing through the winter. Look what we were clocking in March. And that was, that's March. Those were energy gateways. So these were 2 and 3 days. So March, we were still kind of in it, churning. And April, April there was a little bit. And then May, we went to a complete standstill. And what did I tell you? We hit June 1st, things begin to move. So I know I'm beleaguering the point, but that's just, there's going to begin to be power movement energy that we haven't had for a while. All right. Then let's take when I came into this week and asked the spirit team, they said, get ready for a hell of a month. So they said that right out of the gate. On the plus side, this week, there's gateways, there's openings, there's shifts, there's movement. Oh, yay, joy. On the back side, the negative side, there's a bit of a concern of we may hit moments where it's going to feel like the ground can open beneath you and you're going to feel like you need to swim like crazy or fly. And it may potentially happen out of nowhere. I am going to begin to take note of planetary retrogrades. Right now, all the planets are moving forward. Pluto's the only one in retrograde. Then as far as the astrology, it feels like a very powerful week that doesn't have anything to do with astrology. And here's the primary astrology that I can share with you. We've got a 3-day run of Venus sextiling Jupiter, heightened love, luck, opportunity, fiery passion of Venus in Aries with expanded social nurturance of Jupiter in Gemini. This is a really lovely configuration, and you can kind of feel it in the air. It feels pretty good. This is also happening at the same time that the North Node in Pisces is in conjuncting Mars in Leo, creating a tension of action-oriented Mars in Leo that is challenged by dreamy, imaginative Pisces for your soul journey. So, a little bit of a yin-yang pole going on here. Just because of my energy level, I just want to note there's a North Node square Mercury, zinger on Thursday, a Chiron sextile Mercury, zinger on Friday. And then we begin to head into some larger movement. Keep in mind, Mercury is going to be entering Cancer as it begins to conjunct with Jupiter and as Jupiter is going to move into Cancer. So this is a pretty powerful movement right there. So Mercury entering into Cancer, that's going to be about home, communication, thoughts and communication style are deeply influenced by emotions and intuition, feelings and nurturance and emotional security with intellect and communication. So, and that is all going to be expanding because Mercury is conjuncting Jupiter. So Mercury in Cancer conjuncting Jupiter in that Gemini crossover Cancerian line. It's a combo of expansion of nurturing communication, intellectual curiosity, and social expansion. So this is all pretty, that is also pretty lovely. Okay, so got some lovely energy going on, little tension there, got more lovely energy going on here. That's pretty great. Spicing it up with a square, spicing it up with Chiron, so a little bit of zing zing right there. And then folks, I just want to give you a heads up. Then next week, I haven't fully fleshed it out, but next week, Spirit Team basically said next week it is spicy. It's a spicy week like next week. And I just want you to begin to kind of take a look at, we've got squares, we've got conjuncts, we've got Chiron trining with Mars. Like there's a lot going on here with a full moon. Jupiter is moving into Cancer, so that's a sea change kind of thing. And at the end of the week, we start timeline jumping again. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is where it begins to get amped up. And I don't know why, but I've had my eye on June 14th as far as some sort of break point. I'll be talking about that more in my psychic notes. But this is kind of the heads up that I want to give for you. All right, and then let's slide up into the Somatic Mini cards for this week. If you're somewhat new here, just a reminder, I have created an entire Somatic Mini Oracle deck system that shares with you pretty much my entire body-based money relationship system in a deck of cards. These two decks of cards are pretty much the same thing. This is the first edition, kind of some minor editing glitches in it. I've got it for sale for a little less at $59. This is the second edition. It's fully up to speed, $79. Go take a look at it on my website or through Linktree. What are the cards? What are the cards going on with this kind of crazy, lovely week? The cards going on this week, a little bit cryptic. First one out of the gate, alchemize your money dragon. This means it's going to be very important for you to get present with your vulnerability with your money, because that is a very magically powerful thing. And that getting present with your vulnerability with your money in your body is the money dragon point. And it's not about fighting the dragon. It's about alchemizing your money dragon. So that was the first hint of a card. Then the second card that came through is like, money goals aren't working. This is not a week to power through your financial goals. This is a week to treat money like you're anthropomorphizing it, like you're saying, hey, money is sentient, and if money's sentient and it's my friend, what would it be saying here? So this is going to be a great week to soften it up. Remember, you're in the vulnerability space to alchemize your money dragon. Soften it up and go, hey, money, how are you feeling? Hey, money, what's our project? Hey, money, what's our purpose? Start finding out how the money feels. Interesting idea right there, isn't it? And then the last card Spirit Team had me pull, and then they had me stop. Something's going on with the astrological clock. So if you're having challenges with getting your money to work or work in a certain way, this is a great time to focus on the magic, focus on kind of the behind the scenes alchemizing, sentient kind of money stuff, and allow the clock to move in your favor. Allow the cosmos, the cosmic timing, the cosmic financial timing to line up for you. That's going to be a better strategy than to try to power bust through this week financially. All right, so that's what I've got for you for this forecast. I'm going to be following up pretty soon with some psychic notes, channels with Galactic Federation of Light, just really getting our sea legs with the energy space for the month of June, and especially what's happening over the next 10 days. You can just feel it bubbling. It's bubbling. There are things that are happening, that are coming, that I get ready to go on the ride. People, just get ready to go on the ride. And as I begin to get in the groove here, I'm going to be putting together my June 2025 intuitive take on the state of the nation with a pendulum checking. I am just so excited to begin to pendulum check out all of our representation, and I feel like providing a pendulum check at this point is going to be very valuable for us, especially headed into the summer. So that's what I've got for you for now. Be sure to keep moving forward to meet those freaking miracles along the way. They are in there. They are in there. And I will see you in my next video. Mwah.